This is our daily leaving camp video, so here's camp. Best Western in Douglas, Arizona. It was good to have a night in the motel, get some showers. It included breakfast, so we stuffed ourselves on carb-rich foods, hoping to burn it all off as we go.
Good morning. It's day 6. Today is an easier day, which we need. We've had 3 really hard days. The thing is the heat is building up today. It's supposed to be, I think, 92, 94, something like that. And then hotter tomorrow. And tomorrow we have some climbs. Today we don't have as many climbs, so tomorrow we have some climbs in that heat. We need to get out early. And then our last day, we have some big climbs. And it's supposed to be like 98. But I'm enjoying today.
We're on our 6th day. Just left 40 minutes ago, left the motel in Douglas, Best Western. We're headed for the wildlife management area. It's a famous wintering spot for the sandhill crane. I don't know whether we'll see any. I'm not sure winter ever came. Car coming! I'm not sure winter ever came around here, so maybe the sandhill cranes didn't come either. But it's a 27-mile day, so that's shorter, substantially shorter than our last 3 days. Passing through some orchards. I'm not sure what kind of trees these are. We're at Whitewater Draw Wildlife Area. Just went and checked to make sure our water was still there, and it is. So we've got 3 gallons of warm water. The other day when we dropped the water, there were several rigs, but today it looks like we've got our choice of it. But here's our home sweet home for the night. Blazing sun.
Well, at least there's that.
There is that pavilion over there we can go to. We'll probably want to lock them tonight anyway.
What?
We will probably want to lock them up tonight anyway. We've arrived at our camping spot for the day, and it's just after noon. It was a 27-mile day, which right now sounds really short, and it actually was very easy. It was almost completely flat, and so we made good time. And our camping spot is out in the baking sun, but look at this great pavilion that they have here that we're resting in. It's actually fairly cool under here without being out in the sun. We're about to go get the water. We've been sitting over in the pavilion for probably 3 hours, 4 hours, because the sun was so hot. It was actually quite cool in the pavilion when there was a breeze blowing. And when there wasn't a breeze blowing, it was still pleasant. But boy, the sun sure felt hot. You know, I'm still wondering where the rattlesnakes are. They say it's not yet hot enough for them to be out.
I see lots of holes.
But I'm wondering how hot do they need, because it seems plenty hot to me. But we haven't seen or heard of any rattlesnakes yet. Anyway, here's our water cache.
We left our top off our tent last night to see the stars, and this is what we see this morning. Isn't that pretty? Brian seemed to have a pad failure last night because he keeps having to pump up his mat. So it looks like we either need to patch it or get him another one, which...
Well, we're all packed up and ready to go. This was a good spot, except for it had a lot of these goat heads. And Linda had some goat heads in her bike tires after rolling through this campsite that we actually got sealant bubbling out, so we know they pricked all the way through. And then I got a goat head in my air mattress, a slow leak. Had to pump it up twice last night. We know pretty much where the hole is, so we're going to try to repair it. But
we were warned by Ed at our campsite where the truck is,
at the RV park,
about these goat heads. Oh yeah, we'll watch out for them. Well, you can't see them. They're in the dirt and you just can't see them until boom, they're in your tire.
You just roll over them. But
they're in your pad.
But we're ready to go. It's what time is it?
It's after 8. We're a little later this morning because we had to deal with checking for more goat heads in our tires and pumping them up. So that slowed us down.
But we've got about 27 miles today and some climbing. And
I thought it was only 25. I don't know how I got that off. But
it's going to be hot, so we're trying to get going so we can complete the ride by midday or so. Here we go. We've just left Whitewater Draw, a couple miles back. Now we're headed to Tombstone. Unfortunately, today we're on this Davis Road, which is probably going to be the busiest road we've been on so far. And we're on it for about 20 miles. And very little shoulder, as you can see. So we're just gonna be on our toes, prayed for safety. Continuing along Davis Road. Cars speed limit on this road is 55, so you know cars are going faster. So it's a little harrowing. Let's move over. Clear from the back. We've got this great shoulder now. I don't know whether this is going to continue all the way to Highway 80 or not, but we're enjoying it while it lasts. Able to get way off the traffic lane. Well, it looks like this great shoulder disappears up here, so it's not something we get to enjoy for the next 10 miles. It was good while it lasted. We're coming into single digits on the mileposts. Number 9 here. 9 more hot miles on this highway. Then we move to another highway, but we're hoping it has shoulders. And it's also going to be only about 2.5 miles on there. This has been a 21-mile run on this. This is very pretty country we're cycling through here. Look at this pasture. Off in the distance are mountains. We've got the scrub on the other side. Well, both sides, I guess. But car coming! It's really gorgeous. Well, that's the last we're going to see of Davis Road. We're glad for that. Now we're on Interstate 80. Well, not Interstate, US 80. We were hoping for a bit wider shoulder than this, but we only have about 2.5 miles on this road into Tombstone, so hopefully we'll be able to make it.
There's nothing on that dock.
Yeah,
Here we've got a foot right here. Maybe it'll get better.
yeah. We're approaching our motel in History Tombstone. We're getting here before noon. It's 11:41. So we survived Davis Road and US 80. Well, almost US 80. We're not there yet. Tenth of a mile away.
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
600 feet.
Your destination
There it is.
on the right.
This is our motel in History Tombstone. And that all looks very westerny. Lexington Livery Stables, San Jose, Tombstone's first lodging house. You want to walk down here?
Let's go this way first, because we might get, but then we'll walk down there. Okay, we'll take ground.
And I guess the main tourist drag is just a block away from the motel, so it's in a good location. We have our wooden boardwalks. Oh look, our cowboys. We're in the Longhorn restaurant. Virgil Earp was shot from this restaurant, not killed, but wounded. This was the Owl Cafe. That plaque says that the shootout happened here, where the plaque is. I'm not sure. What I've read is that it happened in an alley on Fremont Street, and this is Fremont Street. So I don't know if they've built that wall since then. I imagine they have. There's a show that they want you to buy tickets for, commemorating the OK Corral.
Hey, Rigby, no way! Enough! I don't want you trouble! Boys, clear up now! Hey, all right, Governor, you arrest him now! Nick! Get out, boys! Let's go fight! Get your hands up, boys! He's here for your gun. Now let him walk!
Cowboy Billy Clinton with one of Wyatt's missing horses. Then Sheriff
This life-size diorama is based upon a sketch that Wyatt Earp prepared showing the location of each one of the participants in the shootout. You can see they weren't very far apart.
sides were spoiling.
So this is actually the stables of the OK Corral in Tombstone.
Hello. So I forgot to film our leaving the motel room video, so this is it. We're just leaving Tombstone. We have just a little bit of down here, and then we got a pretty serious up. On our last day, we have a climb. Too bad we couldn't arrange that differently. But anyway, goodbye Tombstone for now. We enjoyed it. Have to come back again. There's some things we weren't able to do.
You see those mountains over there? There's a V-shaped gap. I believe that's where we're headed.
I hope so, because that's the lowest gap.
Yeah, we hope so, because that's the lowest. I'm sure it is. Anyway, we got a ways to go. And a climb. And it's gonna get hot. I'm trying to find my number. There's 246 back there on pavement.
Yeah.
Okay, we're right before 247.
Right.
That's a whole mile we've got still to go?
Move forward. Move forward. That's not where we get off the
I
road.
thought that's where we got off.
We get off the road there.
Oh, bummer. That's almost 248.
Well, it's about a mile, but I'm hoping it's a little more like this,
Probably slightly more
and
than
not
a mile.
and not the what we just came down.
See, I won't go down this.
We're on this gas right-of-way Jeep track for a couple miles. It's pretty rough, so we're taking it slow, walking up and down some of these steeper rocky slopes. But we're only on it for about another mile or so. Then I think we'll be more onto a regular road. We want to stop in sunscreen.
What?
Do we want to stop in sunscreen?
Oh, we'll do it at the road.
Okay. Ready?
Oh.
We're done with the gas pipeline
What?
right of way, and so this is our road now.
That was awful.
So we just got onto what's called Middlemarch Road. We'll be on this road, I think, basically all the way back to Pearce. And we do have a climb today. The ride is not sending us off without a fight. But we're up to it.
We're getting closer to the mountains. House is there to the right. We've been climbing, but on a rough road. This is the smoothest spot. That's why I'm videoing. It's been pretty rough. The route doesn't call this a climb, although it is a climb. They only talk about certain spots as climbs. I don't know what criteria it fits. Maybe straight up with no rolling or something, and they'll call it a climb. Anyway, we have a 4-mile climb that's just straight up over there. But we have been working pretty hard.
Well, we've been working hard mostly because of the road being rough, not so much because of the climb.
We've been climbing, but we've had kind of down, up. But the road's rough. When you go down, it gets sandy, so you can't build up a lot of speed because you'll hit sand in the bottom and rocks. So you can't use the rollingness as well as you could if it was a smoother dirt road or a paved road.
Those mountains that looked so far away earlier this morning have gotten quite close now. We're only a mile or less from what the course creators called the start. We didn't start there. We started about 10.5 miles down the road. So we're going to come to their start and take a break there. And then we'll continue on as they envisioned beginning the race, or not race, the ride. So then we'll be counting up from 0, 1, 2 up to 10.5, and then we should be done. Well, then we should be back to where we joined Pearce Road. We still have to get back to the Gold Miners RV Park, which is about a 5-mile ride on the dirt roads there. So we won't be done. But we'll be done with the loop.
We're climbing. Let's stop for a break. Look back behind us and you can see Tombstone right in there.
Continuing our climb up Middle March Road. We actually just started the course. We're just a mile into it. The creators of the course started back a mile back, so we just passed milepost 1 on their map. Taken us 8 days to get to milepost 1. Or a motorcycle.
Still going. It says on TV. Slow down, dust us out.
We're seeing whether this is one of the good ones or the bad ones. He did okay. I haven't captured it on video because of course I don't know when people are approaching and don't always think of it, but there's another one coming. Linda, another one coming. Another one. But there are good drivers on these roads, considerate, and there are inconsiderate drivers. They're fairly considerate. There are some people who will slow down, try to reduce their dust, and not blast past us. Oh, here comes another one. Another one, Linda. And then there are others that just seem like they're Mario Andretti or somebody. They just roar past, kick up all sorts of dust, and are completely inconsiderate of whether that dust is coating us, getting in our eyes, in our mouths. Those 3 were all pretty good. This is a very pretty area we're climbing up through. Having to work hard for it, but the little trees and the grass.
And we got some breeze.
The hills, we got a little bit of breeze blowing over us. It's just beautiful. Look at the yucca plants here by the side of the road.
It's gotten steep.
Yeah. He had a dare to keep kids off drugs bumper sticker. I haven't seen one of those in 20 years.
Right up there. Look promising up there.
Yeah. Woohoo! Here we are at Middle March Pass. He parked himself right behind this tree.
He get mad at me. He went behind the tree. He's camera shy.
I guess so, because he moved just as I got the camera up.
There you go.
Hey, Cal.
Well, he could probably jump that fence.
Hey, Cal.
But we don't want to make him mad. You know, this white one has horns too.
Not as impressive as that one, though. See that sign in the background? It's Pearce and Central, so we have closed up our loop.
We closed up our loop. We actually did it.
We actually did it.
With our additional, I added it up to about 277 miles once we do our last 6 miles to get to the truck. The loop was about 251 point.
256.3.
256.3, but we had additional miles into campgrounds and towns and to and from the truck. So it's adding up to about 277 miles, and we did it.
We did it. I had my doubts, to be honest, but we were able to do it. So we feel
There
very
were
good about
challenges,
ourselves.
but it was all good. I mean, it was a good trip.
It was a good trip.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good push.
6 more miles and we're back at the truck. And hopefully a cold drink.
I don't know.
Cold water, if nothing else.